Hi, we are Team Now creators, and this is our game, Contriver. Contriver is a science fiction action gun building game. This is our game's main menu. This is the game's interactable UI, which is the factory, our main setting of the game. This is the terminal, which the player can access information, like guns and Contriver, which is the enemy you'll face. And this is the pistol, the shotgun and the SMG, which are the guns that are featured in our game. After viewing the information here, the player needs to walk to the enemy to challenge them in an event called Point Blank, which is a gun building gameplay. This is Hawk, the first enemy the player will challenge. This is the start of Point Blank, which is core selection and core activation. After activating the core, the player will start by choosing the parts they need to complete the criteria. The player will also need to charge the core using the core charges to fit the criteria. The second phase, which is the gun building phase. This is where the player builds their gun before the enemy does to win the game. After building the gun, the player needs to complete the quick time event to win. And that's all for our gameplay. And this is our team, which consists of the lead designer Samuel Nathan, Chipin, me, our lead artist Ryan Cole, and Kumin Long, and also the programmer, the lead programmer Xian Yong, Liza, Zheng Jie, and Min Jane. And that's all for our game. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Wu Jianjun of Stop Feeding Studios, and in this demo video, I'll be presenting our GPS2 game, Mind Wars. In short, Mind Wars is a strategy mobile game that incorporates elements from both roguelike games and auto chess games like Teamfight Tactics. Players take the role of a mind doctor, who with the help of his technologically advanced nanobots, vanquishes evil viruses in sick patients. So first off, I'll quickly just show off the two pieces of content players can access before entering the main game. The first being a basic in-game interactive tutorial that teaches the players the ropes. And for our second piece of content, an in-depth instruction or guide menu that provides detailed information and statistics for the game's various mechanics for players who are interested. So now let's get into the main game itself. To summarize, our gameplay can be separated into three key phases: the shopping phase, placement phase, and combat phase. In the shopping phase, players are able to purchase items or units from a randomized selection and reroll their selection if they want to, much like the shop systems you see in auto chess games. Currently, there are a total of 4 different purchasable items, each with their own role and function. Players will also have to manage their limited resources in the form of time and currency. Either by running out of time or by the player's manual decision, the game moves on to the placement phase. Before placing nanobots, players can do a quick checkup on their stat modifiers and make a decision on which one of the 4 platforms they prefer. After using the spawn menu to place their nanobots, the game moves on to the combat phase. During the combat phase, the player's prime objective is to eliminate all viruses and virus towers on the level. While combat is for the most part handled automatically by AI, the player can also manually activate their purchase spells during this period. If victorious, the player is greeted with a post-round summary of their spent resources, before moving on to the next wave. The following footage is a montage of several different iterations of the game's waves or levels. As a roguelite-inspired game, our game was designed with endless replayability in mind. To that end, every level in Mind Wars is procedurally generated and represents their own unique challenge. In addition to different configurations, Wave's difficulty also scales, with enemy numbers and stats being increased for each wave cleared. And that's it for our demo. Thanks for watching.
And these are the works of our game development students on their GPS2 projects. Interested in trying out any of the games you saw? Visit our itch.io page to try them out. Up next, listen in to the story behind the comic Footprints and the artist's experience in creating this award-winning artwork on the UOWM Creative channel. The link is also available below.